Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Great League team, and this one, I call it back to the basics because essentially everyone's using Annihilate now, and everyone's using Gligar because it's one of the newer ones, like newer best ones. Everyone's using Poliwrath, and then people are trying to counter the meta with like other Pokemon. So I was like, let's just go back to old Pokemon that I know are strong. Registeel, Azumarill, Sableye, so a very old school team. But one that can kind of cover, like, you have a couple answers for the Annihilate, you have like one and a bit for Gligar, you've got 1 to 2 for Medi and Poliwrath, and then you got some walls. I started seeing a lot more flyers like Skarmory stuff, so you got the Registeel for the Skarmory stuff, so just a very straightforward team. Registeel will resist the grass. Azumarill is weak to grass, but it does have Ice Beam to deal with that to a certain extent. I maybe should have thrown Zapcan in there, but it's okay because I got overall a good matchup here. That if I need to take this to the 2 shields, I should be okay. Just because the claw damage is doing so much. So get the foul play off. This will take out if they let it go, and they do. So down a shield, but Toxapex coming back in is not great. So this will chip a bunch, and then I'll still have the Registeel on it when it eventually takes me out with some brines here. Poison being resisted twice here. So Azumarill's weak to poison. You have 2 poison answers, right? So it's a pretty straightforward, balanced team, and one that I'm doing very well with, that I did well with, and then I tried a bunch of other teams that did not do well. I'm truly in my Go Battle Day funk, like I always am. Every time there's a Go Battle Day or Go Battle Week, I lose rating. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because like I try on a normal day, I'll try and grind like 5. I do like my 5 sets in like the first hour and a half, 2 hours when I wake up, and I try to take that same mentality with the Go Battle Day. But then like doing 50 in a row is actually like 50 battles in a row is a lot different than doing 25 in a row. So I need to like step away sometimes. Because I actually do not have. I'm filming this on Saturday. I had one yesterday from earlier in the season. This one I did was from my Friday team, and I did 50 battles today. I do not have a team from today on Saturday, so I'll get one tomorrow, and then we'll start to sort of loop double up there. Anyways, that was a pretty easy hard counter team. Another good lead, and then there's your Poliwrath straight into Azumarill. This matchup is good overall, but there are some issues with this. One, a Poliwrath does not take out a Poliwrath, non-shadow Poliwrath. 2 is if they like shield up multiple times, these counters and Scalds actually can flip switch if they want to, and I don't like shield back, so I'm not going to shield the second one. I already grabbed 1 shield. I'm going to get another Poliwrath off. They are unlucky and did not get one of the attack drops there. So here comes the second one. I think they double shield if I remember. Yeah, and so now it's basically like, okay, what do I do here? Do I just let this go and just go 2 shield the other part of the team, which I think, yes, is the best move? Or do I like shield that once, maybe get a Poliwrath off there? I just think like with 2 shielded Reggie and Sableye should probably take out the majority of what is left here. I let the Scald go. Knowing that they have the Guzzlord on the front means they're drawing pretty dead here against the Registeel overall, and they're not leaving, which means that they're probably don't have an amazing answer in the back, or they're trying to like chip with like Crunch / Brutal Swing. So I'm gonna shield here because again I have 2 shields. I don't know what's in the back yet, so I am gonna save some health here. And it's a Shadow Vec, right? So that's kind of why I saved health. Because you don't know what's in the back, and what is in the back is basically a fast move damage Pokemon. So if I took that Brutal Swing and then it's just a fast move damage Pokemon, it would have been a lot trickier here. So that is why you shield. I will shield the second one up, get a move off, or maybe I bank the move and I come in. Like I can throw the move. I have a move here too, so yeah. I'm trying to save the move on Reggie 4, but it doesn't matter. The thing's so low already. Okay, Sableye. Sableye is a interesting matchup. It truly is dependent on whether the Zap Cannon gets any of these nerfs. Because if they don't get any nerfs, these Shadow Claws and Foul Plays come pretty quick and pretty hard. If you get a nerf here, lower the attack, then it's not as bad. So I do get that, right? Because if they were doing like more harder hitting Shadow Claws plus a harder hitting Foul Play here, you're gonna see how low I'm taking with the attack drop, right? So I would have been pretty freaking low had I not got lowered the attack. They just decided to let it go. That's fine. I'll keep switch advantage. With this, I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. They're not getting out, and they're not throwing, which kind of makes sense. They're just trying to get up to 100 energy, knowing that I only have resisted moves, but still resisted is that. No attack drop. I kind of have to come Sableye, and I'm gonna eat one. They're at like 2 frenzies, so there's not much I can do about this. So I'll shield one, maybe get a Foul Play off, force their shield to see if they want to get to a second move here, which they may because they're pretty close. I mean, a third move, because I think they're pretty close to a third frenzy, so they may shield. And now the question is this worth saving? And this is an interesting choice here. I'm actually surprised. It doesn't matter in the ending. I was about to say, I'm surprised I'm shielding that and trying to do something here, but in the end, it does not matter when they have a Pokemon that absolutely walls your Azumarill. Not much you can do there. Gligar. So Gligar is a bad lead. Sableye's still your safe swap in this team, even though obviously Azumarill is a way better matchup. Azumarill, especially not running Hydro Pump, is much worse as a safe swap. I think what ends up happening here is we go down to the 2s and they take it on like the last one. I shield. We got one shield each already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes down right to the 2 shields and they get the last move off, like CMP, to take me out. I didn't know who wins CMP. Thought maybe Sableye would win. Or that. Okay. I remember going against one of them. Maybe it was a different matchup. This dig will hurt. I may shield. Yeah. The dig will hurt. There is no reason to bait there. Man, Gligar comes pretty quick. That's why I think it's one of the best in the meta right now, right? It just coverage and fast charging, and they've done a ton of damage. Cress is in here. I don't need to throw. I kind of need to, and I don't need to at the same time. Like I don't think a Zapcan's gonna take out anyways from that range. Luckily, in the back is a Shadow Poliwrath, which means this Gap Cannon will be enough to one-shot, which means I'm now on Crest, which has no move to throw at Registeel because everything is resisted. Dragon Lead, again, great lead for me, but still one that a lot of the times these opponents will just go down shields to try to keep switch advantage and stuff like this. Right, this Dragon Breath resisted will add up, and the Aqua Tails combo will eventually get to me. So, as you see, this Dragon Breath louding up. Again, Aqua Tail will not take me out, and I will get to a second Focus Blast. But I'm pretty sure this opponent just decides to go down 2v0 shields here. Just shield and farm down. At this point, there's no reason to switch, right? I have a Azumarill, which is just going to wall the Dragon Breath, and I have an Ice Beam on it, which will take it out quicker. And I could take a couple body slams. I may shield one body slam just because I have so many shields here. See how much this does. Yeah, that does a decent amount. They're probably gonna get to another one. It's either yeah, I could shield. You don't need to. Going straight Ice Beam. They have a Lantern in the back. And then a Skarmory. So, 2 shield Sableye is going to be the win condition. The question is, how much does this do? It does 50%. So now is it worth getting this off right away, or double shielding come out with energy? I think it's worth just taking this out quick before it gets to a second move. Yeah. I think it's just worth taking this out because then you have the Sparks probably aren't going to take you down before you get to a couple foul plays here. So they're going to have to you're going to force their energy, and then you can get to back-to-back foul plays. Or you can, I know exactly what's happening too. Or you can be like me and get to a foul play and not throw the foul play because you don't count. At the foul play, throw the foul play. No, let's just go for one more. Why not? Because you don't win this, and they're already at the move. So that sucks. Now it is a race to the Thunderbolt versus the Play Rough. That is fast. That is just a surf. So I'll live and get the Play Rough off. Almost a throw, but I will take it. Just throw the freaking move. I should probably start counting. There's so many of these battles I like watch back. I'm like, I probably could have done better there if I actually just counted. So same scenario we just saw. Hope it's not the same match, but I do think I do remember running into a couple of these on the lead, and they both played out the same way. Both kind of just double shielded, just to try and keep the Pokemon alive and keep switch, and you don't know what's in the back, so maybe you can grab a shield back with Dragonair and something else. I'm pretty sure that's what happens here, but we'll just confirm that with this coming out. It seems like this may be more of attack heavy Dragonair because it seems like I'm pretty low here already. Or do they let this go? I don't remember. No, double shield. So we're going to play this out the same way, hoping it's not the same battle, but we're going to play this out the same way. They will get... so it is different because they tried to catch. And again, hopefully I can get a move up before. Hopefully they don't lower my attack, but my guess is that they do lower my attack. And they do lower my attack, so that just makes this matchup worse for me. What could have been like a decent matchup, I don't even get my first foul play off before lowering my attack, so then it's like, okay, this becomes much, much worse actually. So going to just foul play. I'll probably double shield this and just try to keep this alive. Shield, maybe I can get the farm down here, and then I'll probably bank the energy and reset if I can. Yeah, so you can see I'm like clicking it because I want to bank that energy. I don't know what's in the back yet, but I feel like a foul play may be useful in the back here. Don't know yet. Unfortunately, it's a lantern, which makes sense. If you have a dragon on the front, you probably have an answer for fairy in the back, and the main fairy in this meta is now Azumarill. Unless you watched my video yesterday, I think Charmaine has a lot of play in this meta right now. So go check that out if you haven't checked it out. It's a video I did earlier in the season, like weeks ago. Half the video is talking about like how Phalanx, I wish more Pokemon that were in like the 200 range could actually have more play, but it is what it is with those. But I think Charm, Ninetales, especially with Annihilate too, right? I think Charmers are probably really strong, and one of the best Charmers in the meta is, of course, A9. But I will go down here because they have this move bank. So two same leads, two sort of played out the lead the same way, but ended up different results. REGISTEEL, good lead here. They are not getting out. So that's interesting. Throw the Zap Cannon. Again, does not take out, does not one shot from here. Do get the attack fall, and they throw. I'm pretty sure it's a Hydro. There's really no reason that you'd be throwing a resisted lower attack move unless you had a Hydro, which they do. So immediately I'm thinking they have like an ABA team or something that something's weak to REGISTEEL in the back, because there's really no reason you stay in here. They probably have like something that beats this. So I'm immediately gonna get out because I refuse to just like get farmed for no reason there. And I feel like Reggie's going to have play in the back. So I'm going to shield that. Reggie has play in the back, right? So those are the types of things that you just get from experience, or you should, like, I feel like even newer players should clue in on something like that, right? When you have a matchup, which is like Hydro Cannon, okay. Sorry, not Hydro Pump, okay. Definitely can grab some chip on Azumarill. But it's a terrible matchup. And the only reason you're staying in with that matchup is if you have a really bad matchup in the back against Reggie too. So if you can like be aware of that, be aware that that's the case, you can just like save the Pokemon and that. I'm not gonna let them farm me down. Azumarill is way too tanky for these seed bombs. They're going to need 3 to take me out, and I will get to the ice beam before. So second seed bomb comes through, not enough to take me out, where I will get to a third. I mean, an ice beam to take them out before they get to a third. So that's just like recognition, not getting farmed down on the front, just small things like that. Registeel against Pelipper, good lead. Charjabug. So you're seeing that I'm standing here because I'm like, okay, this is not good. Registeel, no move to throw. Azumarill, gonna get lit up as a water. Sableye could be okay, but I was already too slow on the switch there. So I thought my thought process was just chip this. Just chip this with Zap Cannon. Luckily, you get lower the attack, which I did. Enough that you can now come in here and keep switch with the Pelipper if you want. So that was just like not having an immediate answer for this with like just playing out that if you want to try and keep switch, you need to chip this even though it's resisted. This will just farm me down, and they're going to let this go, right? Because Zap Cannon is going to one-shot, so there's no reason to shield this. And they give up switch, and unfortunately for me, they are running another electric Pokemon. Double electric Pokemon. What are you going to do? So I throw the Zap Cannon hoping to lower their attack, and I get it. Problem is this will still take me out. I mean, Wild Charge will take me out, which they kind of have to. Mirror Shot would be resisted. That's kind of a weird play if they went for that. So their defense is lowered. Double Shield here, farm, is my option. And they know that, and they immediately get out of here. I thought that, like, I drained all their energy with this move. So I was like, okay, no problem. I can just double play rough this. I don't need to worry. They'll land a Hurricane, but that's okay. Hurricane will not take me out, and I'll be able to bubble Magnezone down before the move registers on me. Fortunately, again, I do not count. They have a move, a Mirror Shot, which is enough neutral damage to take me out here. So I thought that bubble would just take this out before they got the move on me, but apparently they farmed up so much they had Wild Charge, and then 2 Mirror Shots. Guess you should learn how to count. Okay, GFisk, bad lead. Gotta come Sableye. They're not getting out, and that seemed fast, so it felt like this is a Rock Slide. I'm assuming they're going to come in and beat me with something here now. Yeah, that's chip and dip, right? It's a pretty easy strategy if you want to keep alignment in good matchups, right? I did this a lot a lot of people did this in the Fantasy Cup, and the teams I showcased, they said this, like, they run an Escav on the lead, someone safe swaps a Azumarill or something, you still throw the drill run to chip it enough, and then you get like the mirror match or whatever, so you ensure that you're going to keep switch that you want. And that's the same thing here. Like, they just threw Rock Slide, which they didn't need to throw the Rock Slide. Like, I think Superior probably has a fine matchup anyways, but they threw the Rock Slide to ensure that they would be able to keep switch here. Unfortunately for them, I double shielded to take switch. They could have like shielded and got another move off, I think, but they decided that their win condition is 1 shielded plus here. So I come in here, absorb this Earthquake, and it's going to come down to what is in the back. And it is a Mantine. And okay, I was going to stop it, but there's only 30 seconds left in this battle to politely ask my opponent, what in the F are you doing? Like, you have a Mantine whose moveset most people run are Aerial Ace and Ice Beam, which is completely walled by the Registeel. And you know that the Regi has Zap Cannon, most likely. And yet you just allowed me to get alignment on a Pokemon that can't. Like, there are certain times I talk about fighting for switch, like you must fight for switch. This is one you must fight for switch. If you know I have a Registeel and you have a Mantine, you need to do everything you can in the mid game to ensure that your Galarian Stunfisk is aligned on my Registeel and not your Mantine. So yeah, that was kind of a weird one, but that is it. So yeah, strong team. I don't know, like, drop your comments below. I mean, I'm sure I'll have one for this afternoon because 50 battles on Sunday. I better have a friggin' team for Monday afternoon. Like, I'm pretty sure I can do like double videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, just because there's so many battles that can be done. I should have a lot of teams, but One, if you want to send me, people always ask, how do you send videos? Link in the description. Basically, upload about 10 battles to your Google Drive, mix of wins and losses, and send me the link. Make sure I have access to the link, and then the ones I usually pull are the ones that either are not replicas of what I've seen and are like decently strong, or they're like a really interesting Pokemon that I haven't like tested yet or seen in action for a while. That's usually what I do. So that's that. And then yeah, I'll see what I can use on Sunday, to showcase Monday and Tuesday and the rest of the week. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.